and I am back for another Sketches for 6x6 paper pad. Again, this is a class that I'm taking with Allison Davis, and I noticed that there are a lot of other videos that are out there that are also taking this class at the same time, and I didn't want to promote this as a series on my channel just simply because I wasn't sure if I was going to do all of the 20 layouts on YouTube and film them all. I didn't want to set that goal for myself because I do want to enjoy this class, and I don't want to have that additional stress of filming the video, editing it, and making sure that it gets up on time during the weeks that the layouts are due in the Facebook group. So if I do get to it, I will post them, but just know that I may not post all 20 of them, and so that's why I'm not promoting it. This sketch is, like I said, number 2, and I had some additional photos left from the last week's video, and I will post that below for you guys so that you can see that. So last week's video was in regards to Tina's birthday, and there was a lot of focus on, her with her friends and, blowing out her candles and things like that. And then I had all of these photos of the chef at Kobe. And so if you're ever in the Orlando area and you do not have a Kobe Steakhouse where you live, I highly recommend this restaurant. It is a great entertainment. Like you get a dinner and a show. The chef really does try to make the entertainment and the cooking part of it very enjoyable. There are several pictures here where he has set the flat top on fire, and he'll do like a volcano, and he does a heart with the rice and just all kinds of different things, and it's definitely a great experience. So I wanted to talk about that in a layout in itself. I didn't want to put them all together. This is a place that Tina goes every year for her birthday, and I have tons of photos in there because every time I go, I feel like I need to take photos, even though I probably have the same photos each time. But I feel like when I do go, sometimes I capture really good ones. Like you'll see in the third photo on the left is a photo where he tossed the egg up in the air, and the egg really is like mid-air. I was able to catch it, at the perfect timing. So I have photos like that. So I thought that maybe I should do a second layout with just these photos. And I am going to add the photo on the right hand side with like the group shot of us so that it does tie in that, and I do talk about that in my journaling. So I have got the base of the layout down as I was talking. So the sketch itself, this is again a paid content, so I can't show you, but basically there was a row of photos at the top, and then the bottom part of it, it does have all of these banners in the sketch, but the bottom half of this layout, both the left and right hand side, I did not follow the sketch at all except for the banner pieces. It did call for a lot more photos down at the bottom. One, I didn't have the photos to add to it. I just had the 2 additional photos that are on the right hand side. And 2, I really wanted to have those banners showcase a little bit. And I do end up putting stitching in it. That was done off camera. You guys have seen me do stitching. I usually tend to do the back stitch, which is a very simple stitch. If you guys want me to show you more detail in regards to how to do a back stitch, I can add a little bit more detail in one of my future layouts. I don't ever like to say that it's simple because if you don't know how to do it, then it's not simple for you, but it is a very easy technique to learn. Let's put it that way. So I will gladly go over that if you can't find other videos on how to do a back stitch, or if you would just like to see me do the back stitch on here. So on the right hand side, you can see that in the frame now. Like I said, there's a picture of the group that went. We always get a group shot before we leave of everybody that attended the birthday party. And then there's this picture of the scorpion bowl, which is right there to the right, that 4x4 photo. And this drink is my all-time favorite drink. It really does come in a bowl. It's hard to tell, but that purple area on the picture in the middle is actually fire. They set the centerpiece on fire. It is 100 proof, I think, that's inside that little tiny bowl at the top there. And so it's just a pretty experience. It's so yummy. It has fruit in it, and it's just a great drink. So I get that every single time that I go because it's such a yummy drink. So I wanted to include that as well. because that is the experience of Kobe. And we normally go every year for Tina's birthday. With the COVID stuff that's going on, we were able to get to go this year, but for whatever reason, I feel like I need to go again. And I usually tend to go once or twice a year. It is kind of an expensive place to eat. It is probably, depending on what you get, anywhere from $50 to $60 a meal. But like I said, there's a lot of entertainment, other things that go into it. So, and when I say a meal, the food, the alcohol, you know, everything that comes with having a good night out. So it can be an expensive dinner. So I don't tend to go a lot because I don't really want to spend that type of money on dinner all the time, but it is a treat. And so being stuck at home, and I think the thought process that I can't go, obviously they close down because they do seat like 8 to a table. No, they do seat, I think, 10 or 12 to a table, so it's very closed space, so it's definitely not something that we can do safely during this time. And I think that it's one of those things that, because I absolutely cannot do it, I want to do it. So when the restrictions are lifted, it will probably be one of those things that I go and do just because I feel like it's a normal aspect of wanting to be out and being around other people. But again, once it's safely to do that. I do go ahead and add my journaling over there to the top right hand side. I did get a new die that I purchased from Tuesday morning, and I added that to the top there as well. So I think this is it for this layout. Thanks everyone for watching. Here is my final layout as well as some close-ups. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already and you want to see more double page layout inspirations, make sure you hit that subscribe button because that's all you're going to get on my channel. Thanks everyone for watching, and I hope that you have a scrappy day.